Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile. So I would like to start this episode off by saying that this is a build diary, alright? So I'm going to be talking about all of the changes I've made in the last, 3 days, because it's a lot. There's a lot that I looked at for Necromancer. There's some builds I have to reference, etc. that I looked at. Things I literally just yoinked out of other people's builds and put it in mine because I agree that they're right, that their portion of the build is really fucking good. Anyways, here's the build. I'll point out the really cool details at first, and then so for the people who don't want to watch a really long video, I'll give you guys the most important stuff first, the things I think are the most important things for my current build, and then I'll talk about all the other stuff after. So if you don't care that much, you can go. Anyway, so it's a Necromancer with zombie specters. We're using which specters? Frost guards. And then we're using skeletons, and right now our skeletons are on a testing thing. We have a test for it. It's not guaranteed. It might be melee physical support. We'll do that for now, so you can summon skeletons. You can. Okay. So we'll talk about the helmet, the chest plate, and the boots. So they're ES based. Why are we ES? What happened? Well, basically a guide pointed out that this Watcher's Eye gives you energy shield gained for each enemy hit while affected by discipline. It costed me 3x for a 29 energy shield. It's like a really high roll. 30 is the max. So then he runs stuff like Grave Intentions, which I wasn't running. And so this gives your minions this crazy effect of 25% chance to gain Unholy Might for 4 seconds on kill, and this basically makes your minions do tons of damage, because it converts their, fizz to extra chaos. It's insane, dude. It's insane. So then he runs Melding, so the HP and energy shield. Then he runs this one over here, Ridden in Blood, for more HP energy shield, and it's like, these make sense, yes. And then he just teched here instead to get the energy shield, more health here. So his tree just in general got a little bit more HP. I teched this just for some dex. Don't ignore that. And I added this, which his doesn't have, because I like the area of effect of the minions, where I don't know his didn't have it. And then he also runs Mistress of Sacrifice, and he can also run Indomitable Army, and this makes his minions actually have capped reses with this stuff over here, I believe. And yeah, 8, and then you gain another 15 from here. You cap the reses of your zombies, which is why my zombies were dying, I found out. So that's cool. So those were the biggest things. Also, you can anoint or allocate Ravenous Horde on an amulet. So then when you look on your tree, I have this without having us allocate these 3, for example. I could tech something else. I could give myself any point on the skill tree, you know? So that's pretty cool. We can do that. So now, why ES? It's because I looked at the build. So because I took out phase acro and normal acro, this was reducing stuff, and it also basically made me want to dodge, because I wouldn't want to have armor, I wouldn't want to have energy shield, and now I want to just dodge and block, right? That was the old build. It was an evading build. That's why I had armor evasion on all of my stuff. I didn't go pure evasion because it was easier to hit the colors I needed on my armor, and especially then I had to hit a 5 blue chest on a fucking, oh god, it was awful. So doing the evasion version of this build is cool and all, and cheap, but now we're going into the late game, and we're gonna get tanky. So 5100 HP, 2100 energy shield, and I have to show you when. So we'll showcase a quick map real quick. So the way that the Watcher's Eye jewel works is, to actually activate the Watcher's Eye, to use a spell to hit things to gain energy shield or whatever, it's Cyclone, that has cast while channeling, Ball Lightning, greater multiple projectiles. Now this is the stupid part that I realized. Basically, guys, you can take any build in the game. Okay, so this isn't just Necromancer. Take any build in the game, give it this 4 length for hitting enemies, and very fast and a lot, right? give it the Watcher's Eye Jewel, and you've got yourself a great sustaining energy shield on any build ever. Wow, this is so stupid. So, yeah, I was like, this isn't just this build. This is a lot of builds this season is going to be this. Enjoy, guys. If you want to go ES, I think this is one option. And then we use this thing called, it's called Spirit Offering. In the glove, I have a cast 1 damage taken level 1, which then can trigger a level 7 Desecrate and a level 10 Spirit Offering and a level 11 Purifying Flame. So each one I'll explain one at a time. So the Desecrate makes corpses when I take 500 damage or whatever, 5 corpses. Then the Spirit Offering consumes the 5 corpses, and then the Spirit Offering with the 5 corpses will give me like res. Well, okay, it gives the minions res, energy shield, and let me put down some turrets. I hate tower mechanics, man. It's actually awful. Okay. Okay, so, it gives res, energy shield, and then, like, something else, I believe. It's 4% of their max life as energy shield for each corpse consumed. Oh, and you remember how I told you about Unholy Might doing Fizz to extra chaos? Yeah, this also does Fizz to extra chaos. So where we have Skellies and the zombies doing high Fizz, they're now converting and gaining tons of free damage. So it turns out that we're just getting a ton of damage that we didn't have in the build before. Oh, dude, this thing's huge. Stenley, stop! Stenley! Dude, that thing almost destroyed me. Did you guys see that? It was about to smack it, and I was about to lose. I dropped all the damage. That was scary, dude. I had 2 meteor towers going. Oh, here's the leg spike. We're catching up. Okay, I'll stop cycloning. I'll wait. Are we good? Oh. Okay, we're good. Thank you. Huge leg spike, though. Love it. That's tower defense for you on a Necro. It builds up a big leg spike, and then it'll catch up after. It's fine. So yeah. What else? Spirit Offering is really good. I had Flesh Offering before, but I wasn't an ES build, so it makes sense now. I gain like an 1,000 or 1,300 ES shield when it procs, if you notice. And then Purifying Flame, the way it works is when it triggers, it's going to send out like basically a big rectangle in front of you or whatever. That is going to give Consecrated Ground to you and your minions and everything, and the enemies. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So that's great, good regen, good sustain. I think we get 100% crit on top of it as well. So our minions would also get 100% crit, and to be honest, there's these minions that I'm using, the Spectres, have decent base crit, honestly. So it's an option and I'm not using, I think it's Controlled Destruction, so they can still crit, so it does make a difference. Not sure if it makes a difference for the Skellies, I don't see why not, but maybe they don't have base crit, you know, then they can't crit, I guess. That 0 times anything, 0. But, yeah, the build's super cool. This is a T16 map. Mostly, we only have to slow down because of Harbingers not actually dying and taking long to res. But we can pretty much, at this, like, maps like this, we can just face tank everything. And it's where when we delve is where we're actually starting to push shit. And we're nowhere near at a depth that is actually like threatening. And to be honest, the build is so cheap and it still has a lot of room for improvement. This is why I said this part of the video is still for the people who want a quick video. I showcase the most important items. I'm gonna give the POB, explained the most important items. So Watcher's Eye for me is the most important. Then the spell hit, life gain on hit, Shaper's ring thing is pretty important, but I'll go on after that. I'll go on about that after. But I feel like this was the biggest thing that people might be missing if they're playing any builds this season, that maybe they should look at using the Watcher's Eye that I'm using with with this exact link combo of Ball Lightning. You could even technically do Storm Brand and like Armageddon Brand and all those different ones to get different elemental equilibriums, which, by the way, we're also running elemental equilibrium, so every time we're doing the Ball Lightning, it's also causing the improved damage for our minions. Pretty dumb. Level 88? Mirrored level 88? Whatever, I'll just go through the wall, fuck it. I can't wait to hear build slow! Damage bad! And then, oh, the best part is, so you have health class at the end of the day, even if, so if all of this isn't enough, you have more survivability if you want. It's great. Even more. So yeah, that's the build. It's pretty cool. That boss melted me at the end there. I kind of just sat on its poison. It was kind of fun. I ain't about to say that I didn't take a lot of damage there, but that's why I brought up the flask. So that's that. Now I'll go over the rest of the build for the people who want the more in-depth explanation of everything. I just gave the most, like... Okay, so the skill tree. Copied this from him because... Well, and then made my adjustments, but it's a way better skill tree because it uses the ES stuff now that we switched. The other one's really cheap and great because evasion is just great. As soon as you get phase acro, you're a god. Like, I don't know, so early phase acro feels amazing, but this later definitely feels great. You could do it earlier too. So some of the stuff I've done. So I guess it's been a few days and I crafted a lot of items. I haven't shown you them, so here we go. I crafted these. The thing I was going for is, if you look, these are eye level 86 Elder Sork boots. So the reason you would want eye level 86 is to hit 35% move speed. I did not. Damn. I kept trying, dude. I tried so many times. I found out that if you do, I think it's a Jagged Fossil, it costs 1 C. And you can roll Fortify. It improves the chances of hitting Fortify, which was the exact only prefix I needed. Like, it was move speed and then Fortify. So everything else was extra. The fact that I hit Energy Shield in my ES build, I hit Lightning Res, good, and 5%, the max roll on the additional physical damage reduction while moving. Yeah, these are good boots. I got, except for the move speed, you know, it's really good. So then, I crafted, well, let me go through the multiple, I just sold it. So I had a helmet that was literally this, but it was the armor evasion version. I sold it for 1.7x. So I made this one in like 30 attempts while also getting this one. So I listed this one for 2x. It should sell. Maybe I'll lower it a little bit. So this one's probably like a lot, because just the base alone was like an X or something, or 0.8x. It's a eye level 86 helmet, Elder. You have to get an eye level 86 for the +3 to level of socketed minion gems. That was the main thing I was trying to hit. Then the second thing I was trying to hit was minion damage. So when I hit minion life, I was like, why? No, you fucker. It's still good. It's still good, but yeah, it's tilter, dude. Then when we were doing boots, guys, we went through a lot of boots. I don't know, do I have them all still? Or did I sell them all? Holy shit. Okay, I have a few. Oh, no, I have them. Okay, so, basically, we switched to Sork boots now because of the energy shield, but we were using, like, the armor evasion and, like, armor energy shield. We were just crafting with what we could get because they were cheaper. So this is eye level 82 Elder boots with, so I went for Spectres. Then I hit the increased duration on socketed gems, and I was like, what the fuck is this? With 20% move speed, so I just listed it for 170C. It was way more than I paid for the base boots. So then I did a similar thing, +1 to level of socketed, or all raised Spectre gems, and you have the life and the increased duration. And I was like, dude, what the fuck is this? So then I rolled these two. It's +1 all raised Spectre Gems, and move speed and life, and it was just good overall for not even being eldered. It's only eye level 70. That was good ass boots, so I could probably lower those and not feel bad. I mentioned that already. Then we have this. I think I found. I probably crafted those very early, and they still haven't sold. I'll probably lower them. Same there. And then we have. I crafted these. Another increased duration, fit life, raise spectre gems, res, and move speed. It's just good boots, right? They're just good. Someone's gonna want them. Just a lot of good stats in one thing. It's amazing. We have this. So these were my old boots. I want to list them for 5x, but no one will buy them, obviously, because there's no life. It's like very niche. It's like somebody wants move speed 24% and fortify, and on two-toned corrupted boots that are eye level 84. Just saying, the base alone is pretty valuable. That's why, yeah. Then these were the other ones I was working on. Eye level 86, another attempt. If you notice here, I hit fortify, increase energy shield, and lightning res. It was a lot of stuff, and it has an open one, so you could craft move speed on it. So it's very similar to this, right? The difference is you don't have the 5% additional physical damage reduction, and the ES is actually lower, probably until I add the quality. I still have some more bound to chaotic resonators, so I was using chaotic resonators, just regular one fossil. Put one bound fossil, boom. For the helmet, one bound fossil. For the boots, I did one jagged fossil. For this claw, this was so lucky, guys. I don't even know. I crafted 3. I made a lot of money. All my money that I made basically off the beginning is made from crafting. So I crafted with one bound fossil these claws. So I bought a bunch of base claws. It was eye level 80 shaper Gemini claws, and so I'm looking for +1 to level of socketed gems as number 1. Then I'm looking for Maim. That's it. It was only 2 mods. It's so fucking easy. And then while I was doing it, I hit melee splash, and I was like, wait, that's just good on zombies. So now I have in here. The raised zombie is a level 26 because of all the stuff, and then fortify support, and it's just the empower, which gets a level from the +1 to level of socketed gems, which is kind of cool. Then you also have attack speed, and I was like, wait, this is actually so stupid because it's 1.79 attack speed on a claw. Okay. Yep. So it's really good. Here's where I show you some less good stuff. So why I bought this. It had minions deal damage, right? More increased damage, life, strength, and all attributes. So this build, when you play Necromancer, you go into it knowing you're going to have issues with dexterity and strength, 100%. So, when I was looking at something like this, where I don't care, there's no way to gain extra damage other than minions deal increased damage on the amulet, I think. There might be, like, attack speed, cast speed on other things, and, like, maybe an aura, but I can't run any more auras with my current setup without changing my skill tree, and which really butchers it, apparently. Auras are so expensive now. It's actually insane. So, oh yeah, I forgot to mention. So I only use Hatred for my aura now. I cut out Haste. And the reason for that is because you have to run Discipline, and Discipline reserves 35%, so you don't have an option, you don't have a choice, unless you run reduced mana reserved. And that's even with us having 5% reduced mana reserved on the helmet, which was an extra roll by accident. So, yeah, the Ami, I could look for just, like, minions deal increased damage, and then you'll see that it's, like, 1 elk. So when you start adding things and looking for an open, I think this is an open prefix. Yeah, you need to look for an open prefix if you want to get the non-channeling skills have less mana cost. So the reason we do that, or I did that, is you can get the skeletons down, which before we had a bigger mana problem because we only had 100 mana, because we were reserving like 3 things, and with 1 million, oh my god, it was so insane. So yeah, the new build, the main concept is when we're cycloning, the cyclone is going to heal us, okay, because we hit them, with attacks. So it gives us life and mana on hit for the Cyclone, and the Cyclone hits very fast and hits all enemies around us in that small area. Okay, the Ball Lightning is going to trigger the life gain for each enemy hit by your spells, which triggers every enemy that the ball passes by multiple times a second. Same with the, what's the other thing? The life gain, or the energy shield gained from my Watcher's Eye because I'm affected by Discipline. Okay. You have to make sure that the Discipline is not generositied. Please don't give it to your minions only. Okay. So then the other thing is we now run Holy Relic in the 6th socket of my chest plate. I just added this. So, and it's because of the reliability of hitting with the Cyclone now, because we're trying to keep Fortify effect up as well, meaning we have to go into the mobs and hit them with the thing. So we're going to be getting the life gain, we're going to get the mana gain, we're going to get the Fortify, we're going to get the hits, we're going to then also, because we're hitting them, we have this Holy Relic, and how Holy Relic works is when you hit an enemy with an attack, this is key, the Holy Relic triggers a Nova spell, so it does damage. And it gives us regen and the minions, so flat regen, pretty cool. You can notice we have 194 on Consecrated Ground. I think we gain like 100, and then with the Holy Relic at level 15, it's giving us an extra 61. So that's pretty good. You know, it's these things add up. Okay, these things are adding up. It's good stuff, and it's like we're already. We're trying to hit mobs with our Cyclone, and oh, I'll show you something crazy. This is where it gets like really cool. Okay, the build's amazing. Watch this. So I've been doing a lot of the delving, and now this is where it gets really fun. Okay, because the build gets even more complicated. So now that we're going into the enemies and we're trying to be melee, right? Instead of not getting hit, we're trying to get hit, and we're trying to hit them, right? We have this cast when damage taken, that's triggering the Desecrate, that's triggering the Spirit Offering to give us shield and to give us sustaining, to give us our minions damage and res. Then we're also trying to get the Purifying Flame to get the regen and the extra damage from it too. Free damage, why not? Then we had, what was the other? Okay, so then I figured because we're getting hit to get that activated, and we're already going into melee range to hit these monsters anyways, and we're deep delving, well, to stop cycloning is actually a risk, right? We don't want to stop cycloning, we want to continue. So while you cyclone, you're able to use Convocation, you're able to use Bone Armor, you're able to use Flame Dash kind of, because you're moving, and your balls are still going to be in the air. And then this is where I took it further. A cast when damage taken level 20 in the helmet can trigger your level 25 Val Summon Skeletons, which is supported by Feeding Frenzy level 23 and a melee splash 20. Okay, here we go. So this is how it works. You just run into the mine and you hope they hit you. And the reason you hope they hit you is because then they proc all your shit. They will summon your skeletons, they will make you scarier, so if you ever lack damage and monsters aren't dying and they hit you, hey, that's when they die. It's amazing. That's the playstyle. It's the adaptation I've taken to the build. It's pretty neat. You don't have to. You can always keep the melee physical damage on you at all times so that you have the option to switch it out at any time, you know, when you need to. Like if you need to use the skeletons because you don't want to tank the thing you're going to be fighting, for example. So the best example would be Uberalder or Shaper. You don't want to tank the hits, maybe your build can't tank the hits, then don't try to tank the hits, and you don't have to, okay? I'm just saying that because I can tank all the hits and I already want to, because I want the Purifying Flames, I want the Spirit Offering, I want the skeleton, like now I want the skeletons too, and I don't have to stop to summon skeletons, and now I can just do Val Skeletons and all that, and Cyclone and Convocation like that, and Flame Dash around if I want to, pot up, never having to actually stop to summon skeletons. There's always Ball Lightnings out in the air. Where you see the sustain? Look at that, it's just going up. 3,400, constantly going up. We've summoned 7 skeletons from us getting hit. It works. It works. It's proven. It's amazing. it sustains in Delve. And that's at 214. We pushed from 100 to 214. Well, we pushed from 60 to 214 since the last video for this one. I didn't want to showcase like the shit progress, because it's the same thing I do every time, whereas Uber Elder and that stuff is cool. I don't show off the mapping because mapping's the same thing every time, unless there was something cool. I think my crafting was super cool, and that's why I wanted to showcase my crafting. I kept the best items, I sold off the extras, and I've only been trying to improve. Therefore, this video would have been sooner, honestly. The build diary would have been sooner, because I had the build done. It was really strong. It was the evade version, and it was good, okay? I just knew that at higher levels I was going to start having issues, because I was having issues at lower levels, meaning it wasn't good, I guess. Dude, what is this sustain, dude? Did you see my energy shield? What is that? That's not fair. I need to watch this later and see and add up like how much that actually was, because that looks like a lot of regen. Like, this is bigger numbers than I've ever dealt with. I want to go one more. This is so stupid, dude. And the build's not even done. Just to point this out, I was pointing this out to the other dude, to one of my friends. So the extra things that are bonus. So we're at 212 strength. It's too much. We don't need that much anymore. So our amulet is actually bonus. So you see, you don't need it. Therefore, you gain the top stat, you gain another mod, you gain, what is that, suffix? Yeah, you gain a suffix, then the physical damage to attacks is irrelevant, the crit strike chance is irrelevant, because we don't need to crit. So this is truly only, like, 2-stat Ami, and we're just keeping it because technically it is better just because we have the allocated, point on it already, which saves us like 20 C or whatever. This is a pretty cool area, but it's already dead. Contains fire items. Dude, scorched fossil. Ooh. Yo, fire items are cool, man. I've never done one of these. What the heck? Dude. Where's my minion node? I want to get a minion node. Fire items, and I skip all the cool stuff to then go back and showcase it later. Like, I skip Val Outposts. I've just been trying to get deeper so that I can show cool shit for the videos. I'm trying to get 2K delving this season. That's my goal. I already had this planned. This build's gonna be a shining star. I can already tell. It's so fucking good, dude. It's so good. There's a legion in mines now. That was pretty cool. We have a mana or curse items here. That's really weird. I thought when I found it. More fire items. There was also, I think, cold items. Here's another legion. More curse items. 2 of them. More Val Outposts. I will also mention, in all of this delving, you see all of this delving, all I'm gonna call out GGG. I don't have a single Val Outpost all the way to 217. And no, these do not count for what I mean. I don't have the 6-socket recipe, while I have, I believe, the 6-link recipe. Let me take a look. I believe I have the 6-link before the 6-socket. No, I did not. I lie. Okay, I take it back. Yeah, those were some cool fire items. So I'm assuming that's how people get such items for my build, like the specters and minion damage. It's delving. They find a spot like that probably is minion based. Gets a ton of essence, probably, for minions, fear, and then that's pretty cool. Wow, I want to find more of those. I hope you guys have enjoyed the build guide. Go over everything just to make sure that I have. So this ring, the reason I had got it was life and res. That's it, and a socket. It was corrupted. I don't know why. Don't know why he corrupted it, to be honest. It was 5C ring. Okay, it was life and res. Like I said, I crafted this myself. I used Bound Fossil. That's it. I bought Grip of the Council for 130C. It's for minions gain 20% of physical damage as extra cold damage. Bunch of other stats are good too. This is life and res. The jewel is just really good. I think you can just go for any generic minion stuff and you're fine. You don't need hinder. Don't forcefully go hinder. It's not that good. Blind is better, and so is taunt. But it's lower percentages. So then you have this one's just reses and the life gain on hit, and from the spells and kills and life. Yes, very good. And then we use Victario's Charity to give our minions the power and frenzy charges. That shit's good as fuck. And like I told you, I crafted this myself. We bought this as an ES thing just to have specters and life. Then later we can do things to tear this down to just the prefixes. So, for example, you could take this, block the prefixes, scour off the craft plus the suffixes. Then you'll just have maximum specters and the energy shield. You can craft onto it like extra curse and life and energy shield and man, all this dumb shit. There's so much shit you can put on it. It's insane. Reses. It's gonna be good. We can even put strength on it if we want to, or dex, so that we don't have to have the extra dex nodes here or the extra dex nodes down here that I did. Is disgusting. Maybe we'll actually get it from the gear properly. This is budget gear because we crafted ourselves and we don't get to choose unless I add dex, which we were bad on reses. So I had to, we're still bad apparently. I messed up when I switched out something. Don't remember what I did. Oh wait, no. Would Spirit Offering give me the last res? It can. It does. I just have to hope, I guess, that the fire doesn't one-shot me. I think this ring was supposed to cap it, but somehow I messed up and I have too much lightning. What did I do? It was the helmet switch. Okay. Well, I could just... Is this a prefix? No, can't craft it there, can't craft it there. Okay, so it's time for a new belt where we don't have that much lightning res or something. Yeah, it's an easy fix. Like, reses are always, like, the last thing I worry about now. I worry about how I get my damage, where my own stuff comes from, and then worry about that. Reses after. Yeah. Very good build, though. Loving it a lot. I'll show you all the jewels. And then, again, I'll leave a POB in the description below. Again, this is temporary. Remove it later when you can get some dex, and same with these. If you can get dex on the gear as a real stat, then you gain a whole extra socket, and then you could technically tech to Ravenous Horde yourself, and then go gain random thing anywhere on the tree. Like, I could just gain Herbalism, for example. Not saying I would, but I'm just saying you could. You could get Spiritual Aid and just get rid of this whole node, right? Get Juggernaut. I don't know. I'm just saying. Anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed the build diary. Let me know what you guys would like to see out of the character if that's what you would like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, with more to come.